Hello, my name is Carmelo Esterrich. I'm an associate professor of humanities and cultural studies at Columbia College, Chicago, and I am the author of Star Wars Multiverse, and you're in for a treat. Many books about Star Wars fall into a few different camps. Some of them are about thinking of the story as a modern myth. Many of them are about the appeal, the popularity of Star Wars, of the franchise. Many of them are about finding direct connections between, for example, Eastern Buddhism and the Force, or the Cold War in the 20th century and the Clone Wars in Star Wars. My book is informed by all of that, but it is taking a slightly different perspective. I am interested in the world itself. I am interested in the sort of social connections, the social relations that exist between humans and droids and creatures and non-humans. I am fascinated by the language of war, by the idea of empire, by the notion of colonialism, and how it gets articulated in the many, many, many stories. I am interested in issues of masculinity and femininity, and even issues of sexuality in Star Wars. The other thing that the book is trying to do is that I want to make it an all-inclusive Star Wars. I'm of course dealing with the films, but I also want to talk about the television shows, both animated and live action, the comics, which there's a huge amount of them, fiction, hundreds of books, adult fiction, young adult fiction, junior fiction, little golden books. I'm also interested in what fans have added to the mix of Star Wars, cosplay, fan fiction, fan art, fan film. And so I'm really thinking of Star Wars, I'm really thinking of the big picture of Star Wars. And I am not limiting myself to only what Disney and Lucasfilm has created, because I think what fans have created they're really part of the world. They're really part of the world. The book is part of a really wonderful series called Quick Takes, Movies and Popular Culture. And one of the things that I love about this series, one of the things I love being in it, is that they are books that are written in a very accessible way, but still informed by the way we academics think. It's really interesting how the book can be read by what I'm going to call them an intelligent adult. But it could also be taught in classes, could also be used by academics. My book is full of little Easter eggs. If you know about media theory, if you know about cultural studies, if you know about gender studies, if you know about participatory cultural studies, those things are there. But it is not necessary for you to know all of those different disciplines for you to understand, and hope, enjoy the book in the way that it is written. I think of this book as a project of thinking about Star Wars seriously. There's always this language about Star Wars as being sort of the kiddie version of space narrative. And I don't deny that there's a lot of elements that appeals to children. But I think, even if it's children's stuff, it needs to be taken seriously, because this is one of the ways in which we understand our world, especially when it has to deal with media. And so I hope that this book, in a very real way, sort of helps us understand how we turn our world into narratives, and how those narratives help us understand our world.